right, who am I here today with?
My name is Rosalind Hardiman.
Okay. What made you want to become a lunch lady?
It actually happened by mistake or happenstance. My friend, I had retired from my regular job that I had done for 30 years, and my friend said, just give you something to do, come work with me at the school. So I went in, got an interview, and came, and I thought I was going to do it maybe for one school year, and I just kind of fell in love with scholars, and I've been here 3 years now.
Do you like it?
Yes and no. It has its drawbacks. My former life, I worked a lot of holidays, late nights. Here, I work 7 to 2, Monday through Friday. No nights, no weekends, no holidays. So I love that part.
All right, so what's your favorite grade for lunch?
Seniors,
Seniors, what will make them your favorite?
the maturity level.
Hmm.
You know, the knuckleheads coming in and just see the progress of them. They become serious. They know it's time to get out of here. So
So,
seniors,
so when we get out of here, will you miss us?
I absolutely will.
All right. Um, can you explain your passion for cooking?
Really, it's therapy for me. A lot of people don't know I bake a lot. I like baking breads, and when my mom passed away, to be very transparent, I really couldn't breathe because I had to be um, strong for everybody else. So I started to bake as therapy, and I just fell in love with baking. But I've cooked forever because I have children, so I've been
Right.
cooking for a very long time.
So since you so since you've been baking, what's like your favorite thing that you would say you like to bake?
I actually have two. I have the best cinnamon rolls in the world, and my lemon pound cake, which is my grandmother's recipe. I just tweaked it out, and actually, it's my number one seller. I have a small business, so it's my number one.
How your business going?
Very well.
Huh? All right, all right. Um, what's the easiest meal you made?
Hmm. Smothered pork chops,
Mm.
mashed potatoes, broccoli. That's easy, quick and easy.
Do you have any kids?
Yes, we do.
How many?
I have four, and my second husband, has six, so we have 10 altogether.
Ages?
Ooh. From 57 to about 38. I think the youngest is 38. 57 is the oldest.
How was it like growing up with them, helping them grow up?
Well, when me and my husband got together, I had all the babies. I had four coming into the marriage. He only had one. So his baby and my oldest are the same age, which is 42. It was easy because we had five children in the household. The other five were adults. It was easy. You know, they all got to get along, which is a blessing. You know, no issues. It's been a blessing.
How was like the high school experience, like proms, graduation?
Uh, I never had any trouble with my boys at all. It was my girls. They were terrible. Terrible.
All right. Um, what's your favorite hobbies outside of cooking, or do you have any hobbies outside of cooking?
I read a lot.
And what's your favorite book?
Any cookbook, believe it or not.
Hmm.
And I read my Bible a lot.
Okay. Um, well, you said that you are married. So how's your marriage?
My husband is a treasure, but he gets on my nerves sometimes. I would not trade him for anything in the world. He raised my children, our children. He's been a blessing. Been a blessing.
So marriage life for you has been like smooth.
Oh, every marriage goes through things. It's never anyone who says they got a smooth marriage is,
Mom.
yeah, I believe they're not telling the truth. But you got to work it out. You can't give up. You got to work at it. You change. You evolve. You know, and you have to love them when you don't love them, if that makes any sense.
So do you have any other advice for like a long lasting marriage?
I think you have to be truthful with your partner. You know, don't lie. You know, I think when you start lying and doing things like that, I think it breaks down a relationship.
Okay. Um, what's on your bucket list?
I don't like to use the word bucket because that means close to death, and I don't.
Okay, what's some goals you have
I've traveled a lot.
or had?
I want to go to New York. I've never been to New York. for pleasure or for work. I want to go to Belize because I want to see that big hole or cave in the middle of the ocean. And I love traveling. And I pray I see my grandchildren's children. That'll be a
Oh,
blessing.
you got grandchildren. What's the ages?
My oldest on my side, he's 25. I'm 25 to 5.
Do they have kids?
No,
Okay. Okay.
no.
All right. Where did you grow up?
I'm from Georgia, Atlanta.
Oh, you from Georgia. What made you want to come to Michigan?
I fell in love
Oh,
and moved with my family when I married my husband.
oh, so your husband is from
He's actually from Georgia, but he's been here for almost 60 years.
60.
I knew his mother. I met his mom when I was 17, and he knew me when I was young and married to my first husband. I was a widow at about 28 years old. I lost my first husband, so I was a single mom for a while, and then we started talking, going back and forth. And we ended up married, and I've been married almost 30 years now.
Okay, well, how did you like experience that death happening? Like,
You
what
know
was
what?
hard?
It was hard because my oldest was 5 and my youngest was 13 months. But you can't give up. I lost my husband. I was a stay-at-home mom. I had never really worked. You have to kind of pull your bootstraps up and take care of your children. So I had to take care of my babies.
How was your childhood growing up?
I
And
had a wonderful mom. My dad was there, but not really present. But my mom was one of the smartest women I've ever known, hard worker. I mean, I had a wonderful childhood. On the beginning, I lived on a farm, and we had watermelons, apple trees, pear trees, pecan trees, anything you wanted to eat. We didn't have oranges, but plums. I had horses and pigs and gardens. I had a wonderful childhood.
what about your teenage years?
Teenage years, I was kind of a nerdy kid, so I read a lot, a lot. That was my punishment. My mother
Mm.
would put me on restriction and tell me to read a book. But it was nice. I fell in love in my teenage years. I'm glad I'm out of love with him, but I did fall in love.
Oh, what happened in your teenage years?
He cheated on me, and that's the end of that story.
Oh, okay, we had to cut that short.
Yeah, we cut that one short.
All right, so what about your adult years? Like, how has your adult years?
All our children are grown. My children truly are a blessing. I have 2 wonderful daughters, 2 wonderful sons by birth, but all of our children are a blessing to both me and my husband. They really are. I'm thankful.
Okay, what about like family time? Like, how does that go?
We used to do a lot. We're empty nesters technically now. All our children are out. I do now have an 11-year-old grandson who lost his mother in June, and he has an 18-year-old brother. So my house now is a little bit more lively, but my husband and I are committed to making sure we do right by my grandson and raise him as best we can.
Okay, how is the holidays? Like Thanksgiving, Christmas?
We used to do big holidays, but like I said, they're married now, all of them. They have other in-laws, and normally it's always to come to our house, but now I understand they need to go to their spouse's family sometime. And to be honest, me and my husband like it quiet now.
Oh, I was just about to ask you, do you miss
Quiet.
the connection? But
We do and we don't. It's nice now not to have to deal with stuff like that.
all right, so can we cut it? Can we cut it? Give us a little.